guys. So now I want to show you what we can do with this data visually. So I want to show you how we can get a few graphs with a single variable of data using the desktop version of Minitab. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Now I'm going to use some data that I already have in Minitab open. It's about vehicles. Okay. So maybe we want to study this column 5, miles per gallon, and we want to take a look at a box plot. So anytime I want to look at a graph, typically we will go up here to the options and go to graph. So here you can see in this menu, we have a lot of different options in here. And I do encourage students to go ahead and look at all the different options and play around with Minitab a little bit when you have time. But for right now, I want to look at a box plot. So I'm going to choose box plot here. And you'll notice once we choose box plot, I have several different options. So it depends on what we want to do. If we're just studying a single variable, so just one column at a time, I'm just going to choose simple. Now, if I want to choose just the one column, but I want to separate it out, like if we wanted to study miles per gallon, but separate it out by two-wheel drive versus four-wheel drive, I could choose groups if I would like to do that. Or if I just wanted to study two different columns, I could choose one of these down here. Okay. So I will choose simple to start. And I'm going to tell Minitab which variable I want to study. So I'm going to put my cursor here, and then I will double click on miles per gallon. Now, when I'm in Minitab desktop version, I like to go to data view and add the mean symbol. So we will see the mean symbols down here at the bottom. It doesn't mean I'm deselecting anything else. I'm going to keep the box plot just the way it is, where the outlier symbols and the IQR range box, I want that to be exactly how it is. I just want to add that mean symbol. Click OK here. Now I want you to know when Minitab draws a box plot for us, they're going to display the box plot vertically, so it goes up and down. And sometimes we like to view it horizontally, so it goes sideways. It doesn't matter, it's the same data. You can read the information all the same, but if you would prefer to view it horizontally, then you will go to scale and you will check the box that says transpose the values. Okay, so that will make it go horizontally. So I'm going to click OK twice. And I'm just going to bring this down so we can actually view this, and we could take a look at our box plot here. So we see our box plot right here in the middle. That's my mean symbol. Now what I want you to notice is as I'm hovering over this graph, Minitab is giving me some of that data, like the quartile 1, 2, and 3, the IQR, and that kind of thing. Now, let's take a look at another type of graph. Maybe we want to graph something like a histogram or a bar chart. Of course, we can go right back into graph and do that. So let's take a look at a histogram here. So I will go into graph, and I will go right down here to histogram right here. And I'm going to select that. And under this, I'm going to select simple. So we'll notice we have a couple different options. Again, that with groups is if I'm going to separate that column out by another variable like that two-wheel, four-wheel drive. But here I'm just going to choose simple and then click OK. So I will select miles per gallon here. Now, with my histogram, I typically just click OK. I don't really ask for anything extra, but if you want, you can play around with the labels or the data view or the scale, any of those things, and see if you like anything. I'm just going to click OK and see what we get here. So here is my histogram. I hope that's helpful.